This video will show how to create a 2-node fault tolerance replica configuration. Typically, on a production system, we would use at least 3 nodes. As you can see from the diagram, we are going to create 2 servers, one for master configuration and the other for the slave configuration. In this video, we will cover creating master configuration by replication, deploying slave configuration, configuration for master/slave promotion, demo configuration using the secure bank example. Next step is to set up the master machine configuration. This is done through the Orbix configuration tool, File, Next, Export. At this point we need to put in a domain name. Select the configuration repository domain option. In this case, we're going to use secure communication. Next, we're going to settings. This is a critical step. We need to enable replication. And add the slave machine's host name. Next, we're going to add the naming service. And as we're going to use this for replication, we will make this a standalone service. Next, we're just going to check that the slave has been added as well. Okay. And as we're using the secure demo, we need to have the demo component selected. Next, we just wait for the configuration tool to configure the system. As you can see from this states how you can deploy the slave configuration. Next, we'll show how to deploy the slave configuration. Right, first thing to do on the master, we need to start up all the services. So the batch file has already been created, so we're going to use the batch file to start up the services. And as you can see from the task manager, you can see all the Orbix services starting. Next, we need to copy the configuration file to the slave machine, and then we need to use the IP configure no GUI load command to start this configuration. So at this point the configuration is complete. So next what we're going to do is start the configuration. And again, this is done the similar way as before. And you can see from the task manager that the Orbix services, the processes are starting. Next step is to configure the master and slave. This is done by a technical script. We need to set a number of parameters. First one would be allow demotion, allow minority master, and prevent unilateral promotion. Right. We need to apply this to both servers, and this is done by the itadmin command. Next, we're going to demo these configurations using the secure bank example. First thing, we're going to list the naming service servers, and we're going to show if they're master or slave. As you can see, the SSL test machine is a master, and the Orbix 6 machine is a slave. Right. Now, what we're going to do next is look at the naming service and see what has been registered with the naming service on both machines. The Orbix 6 has a context and also the SSL test. Next, we're going to compile the secure bank. This has been modified slightly to register itself with the naming service. Okay, this compiled no problem. We're now going to run the server. And the server is now run, and if we go to the naming service, we'll be able to see if it has been registered. It has registered an object called bank, and on the replica slave machine, this is also showing. That's just showing that we have a slave. We have on both machines, we have this running. So this is on the SSL test machine, and now we're going to run the client machine. The client machine has found the bank in the naming service and is able to run. And we're able to add a name, etc., and work with the application. Next, we're going to stop the naming service on the master machine. And from the processes, we can see that the naming service is not running. Also, to confirm this, we're going to show the server details for the SSL test machine, and this will show that it doesn't exist. There we go. And we can show that on the Orbix 6 machine that it is now the master. It originally was the slave. Now at this point we're going to try and connect to the server using the client again. And we can see it still completes because it's got the IOR string directly from the slave, which is now the master. So we can see we can interact with the application works. At this point, I'm just going to start up the naming service again. And you can see it is starting up in the process list from the task manager. So we'll just go through and show the details of both servers. So naming services, and we'll just the SSL test is slave, and the Orbix 6 is the master. Now, if we stop the Orbix 6 naming service, it would then promote itself to the master. And we can also show that the system is still able to connect and run. Okay, so in this video we've actually showed how to create a 2-node fault-tolerant replication configuration.